many times have you heard that before? Or something like it. Murders usually follow dark and stormy nights. I ought to know. I'm a PI. That's a private investigator's use. I've seen my share of murders. My name is Dick Horn, and I guess you could say that murder's been part of my business for over 25 years now. Funny thing, most of them get caught. Of course, they don't know that when they're planning somebody else's demise. Always make a mistake. Always.
It's a beautiful day, isn't it? The sun is shining and everything's in front of the world. A perfect day for a murder. Murder sounds horrible, doesn't it? But I know better. I'm 7 times a widow. And I love every single husband till the day they die. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking I killed them all, don't you? Well, you're wrong. My fourth husband, Harry, died in a horrible auto accident. Oh, my dear sweetie Harry, it just wasn't your time. It would have been much more convenient if you would have changed the bulb before you died. My name is Madame Santana, and this is my little bonbon. By the way, as far as that overblown detective tells you, murderers don't always make mistakes. I should know.
Well, for tonight's murder mystery, we are your hosts. From time to time, we might chime in with a choice comment or point out a clue or two. But remember, in the end, you are the detective, and you must solve the mystery.
That's right, and you can have a chance to win the grand prize. So watch carefully, pay attention, and you might get lucky.
No matter what she said, it's not about luck. A good, solid detective work.
If you say so.
Well, from time to time, we make comments and point out or ask you what color shirt a certain character is wearing.
Or ask you to remember what a character says or does.
Now, if you can remember, you would raise your hand. Do not shout out.
That's right, we'll ignore you.
Exactly. And we may call on you, and if you know the answer, you could win a murder mystery t-shirt.
But I know what most of you are thinking.
What is the grand prize?
What is the grand prize? We're not telling you.
No. This is, after all, a murder mystery. But we will tell you right before the start of the second act.
That's right.
So, I think you set it up.
Agreed.
If you remember, it was a dark and stormy night. All was not well in the small town of Pine Grove.
Oh, stop. I told you, murder doesn't have to be such a depressing event. Our story starts like this. It was a beautiful morning, and the air was crisp and clean, and Pine Grove was waking to another perfect day.
Morning, Mabel.
Morning, Sheriff. Got on your rounds?
Nah. Making my way to the livery stable. Seems though Cyrus feels some of the rats are eating too much of his grain, and he wants me to make an arrest.
Never a dull moment in Pine Grove.
Ain't that the truth? Mabel.
Sheriff.
Morning, Mabel.
Oh, morning, Milton. What brings you to town?
I'm looking for a job.
A job?
My daddy tells me I'm a good for nothing, and that nobody in their right mind will give me a job. I told him I knows I can get a job, and I'll be a right good worker. He said there's a better chance a pigs would fly than I get me a job. I'm here to prove him wrong. So, can I get a job from you? Mabel?
You want me to give you a job? Well, Milton, I can't just give you a job.
Why not?
business at the store has been right slow, and there just isn't enough work to hire somebody right now.
Aw, shucks. Don't anyone might be willing to hire me?
Oh, why don't you try Cyrus down at the livery stable? He might need someone to keep the rats out.
Rat catcher. A professional job. Thanks, Mabel.
Anytime, Milton.
Morning, Mabel.
Oh, morning, Harley. What can I do for you?
I'm looking for a wife. Me, of course. I woke up and it occurred to me, I need a wife. Think I'll go to the store.
Harley, I don't carry those in the mercantile. What do you want a wife for?
Well, ever since Ma and Pa died, it's just been me out on the farm. So I thought I'd pick me up a wife here in town today.
You can't just pick up a wife. You need to court her.
Order? Is that all? Thought it'd be a lot more than that.
Don't put that away. That's not what I meant. You know, you meet someone and you take her for a ride on a Sunday afternoon, or a picnic on a sunny day, or you go to a hoedown. Oh, and you have to dance. Oh. Oh, Harley, I am so sorry. I don't know what came over me. But anyway, you gotta get to know a lady before you ask her to be your wife.
I ain't got no time for that. There's chores to be done.
You need to sweep a lady off her feet.
Sweep her off her feet. I'm gonna need a broom.
Harley, I can sell you a broom, but not a wife.
Shucks. I was figuring on joining in on the wedding that's coming up.
Wedding? There's going to be a wedding?
Yep, I heard about it just today. Well, I think I'll keep on looking. Maybe I can find a wife before noon. Thanks, Mabel.
Wedding? Oh, I love weddings. Oh, Dilla!
Land sakes, is there a fire somewhere?
No!
Did someone run the bank?
No!
Did Mrs. Cratchit finally put her husband 6 feet under?
Oh, no, it's something better.
Something better? Well, tell me, quick!
Oh, well, I heard it from a reliable source who heard it from...
Who cares? Tell me!
There's going to be a wedding!
A wedding! Oh, I love weddings!
Oh, there's so much to do.
Oh, Beverly! I just heard the best news!
You didn't say she was bringing another shipment of lace?
No, the mercantile still come out.
Did Mrs. Cratchit finally shoot her husband?
Don't we wish, no?
Well, so what is it?
Well, Mabel heard it from a very reliable source who heard it from a very reliable source
just
who
get
I'm not
on with
sure.
it.
There's going to be a wedding!
Wedding? Oh, that's just what this town needs, a wedding.
There's so much planning to do!
You can hear the news.
No, did Milton shoot himself in the foot again?
No, he didn't shoot himself.
Did Mrs. Cratchit finally shoot her husband?
No, not yet.
Then why is the guy out so fired up?
Well, that's how I heard it from Mabel. We heard it from a reliable source. We heard it from
Well, get on with it before I shoot someone.
There's going to be a wedding.
Oh, a wedding! How wonderful! Yes!
There's so much. We're going to have two. We're going to have to get the one thing ready. We're going to have
Beverly, Beverly, who's married?
I don't know.
You don't know?
No, I reckon I didn't hear that part of the story. No, who's getting married?
Why don't I know? Mabel, you didn't tell me who's getting married.
I don't know.
You
don't know who's getting married?
Getting married? Oh, that'd be Albert.
Albert!
Albert is getting married?
That can't be.
Impossible.
Who in their right mind would marry Albert?
That'd be tailor-made blossom.
Taylor May!
Hey, have you seen Mr. Todd?
Not this morning. Have you tried his office?
I'll do that. Thanks, Mabel.
Kayla May Blossom marrying Albert Webster. I'm shocked.
I'm shaking.
I'm stunned.
And I'm furious.
Furious!
Furious that we had to hear about this from Milton. We're losing our touch, ladies. It's our job to get the information first and spread it through town. We must be better informed.
I agree. We must eavesdrop on more conversations.
And lying on others.
Oh, and reading other people's mail.
It's our duty.
It's not like we have a newspaper to keep us informed.
No, we're like the town criers.
Miss Mayfield! Miss Mayfield, I believe I paid you to attend the mercantile, not stand in the street gossiping.
We are not gossiping, Mr. Webster.
Oh, well, I stand corrected.
Mr. Webster, is it true that you're going to be getting married?
News travels faster than the Pony Express in this town.
So it's true?
Yes. I was thinking of holding a wedding right here in Main Street. We could block off both ends with wagons.
A wedding in the middle of the street? What do you think you own the town?
He does own the whole house, Carol.
Well, maybe so, but that doesn't give him the right to block the street.
We'll just see about that. Miss Mayfield, Mercantile.
Yes, Mr. Webster, I'll get right back to work.
And what brought you ladies to town this fine morning?
I was on my way to the mercantile.
Well, don't let me stop you.
Mr. Webster.
As was I. Excuse me.
Oh, good day, Mr. Webster.
Miss Pickens?
Mr. Webster,
Yes. What is it?
I've been looking for me a job. Mabel told me to check with Cyrus. Cyrus told me to check with Mr. Todd. Mr. Todd told me to check with you. So, can I get a job from you? I wasn't thinking you're funny, though.
Why don't you ask the sheriff? I hear he's looking for a deputy. Maybe he's a fool.
Deputy? I have to find me the sheriff.
Mr. Webster,
Yes. What is it, Mr. Buckley?
I was wondering if I could talk to you.
You are talking to me.
Oh, so I am.
Get on with it, Mr. Buckley. I don't have all day.
Yes, of course. You know my loan payment's coming due, and I was wondering if I could have a little more time to come up with the money.
Well, Mr. Buckley, I'm a businessman, and I loan people money, and they pay me back with interest on a monthly basis. That's how it works.
Yes, I know, but...
But a word meaning except. Yet, however, on the contrary, all meanings that tell me you can't do what you know you must. Now, Mr. Buckley, it's not my problem that your crops failed and you fell on hard times. It's not my problem at all. It's yours. And Mr. Buckley, do not make your problems mine.
But I don't have the money!
Then you know what must be. You either pay me or your land is mine.
No, you cannot take my land, Mr. Webster! Oh, I'm sorry.
I have a contract in my office that says otherwise, and you signed it.
Yes, I know, but...
Mr. Buckley, you really have got to stop using that word. It's very simple. You either come up with the money by the end of the month, or turn your land over to me.
I could pay you in chickens?
Mr. Buckley, I don't need your chicken.
What?
Not even plugged. I need cold, hard cash.
Oh, surely we come to some arrangement.
We have. Pay me on time, or your land is mine.
But...
However, seeing as how this is a very special day for me, I could forego this month's payment and save for a special deal.
Oh, anything, Mr. Webster, anything!
I understand you're very fond of Kayla Mae Blossom.
Oh, yes. Ever since her pa died, well, things have not been going too well for her and her mom. She's become like a daughter to me.
Yeah, painfully sad story.
What's that got to do with my loan?
Well, nothing. I don't know if you've heard, I'm getting married.
Married?
Yes, tomorrow. Right here on Main Street, and it's happened rather suddenly, so I haven't had time to find a best man.
Best man?
I don't suppose you'd consider being my best man in lieu of this month's payment.
Me as your best man? But
You really do like that word, don't you, Mr. Buckley? It's a simple yes or no. Yes means you get to keep your land for at least another month, and no means you go home and start packing.
how about 2 months?
Do not negotiate with me, Mr. Buckley. It's a simple take it or leave it deal.
I have no choice. I guess I'll have to take it.
Well, then it's settled. Tomorrow, right here, and wear your finest suit.
Mr. Webster?
Yes,
Who are you marrying?
I'm marrying Kayla Mae Blossom.
Kayla Mae! Oh, no. You cannot marry Kayla Mae! She don't love you!
What does that have to do with it? Her circumstances are such that she's compelled to marry me. Oh, and on a positive note, since she's like a daughter to you, you can give away the bride.
Oh, I had the mind to take my knife to you, Mr. Webster!
Ladies and gentlemen, that is what we call a clue. Whenever I ding my bell, that means I got something noteworthy. So you guys got to pay attention because I'm not going to ding for every clue. Okay? So you don't want to add anything?
Yes, and every time I hear a clue, what's my name?
Dick.
All right. your clue, I'm going to attempt to make a basket. Now, right now, I'm about 50-50 so far. Last night I did pretty well. So, I need you all to cheer me so I can make that basket, all right? All right, so let's get back to the action.
I have in mind to take my knife to you, Mr. Webster!
You might have the mind, Mr. Buckley, but you don't have the guts. Oh, an unfortunate turn of phrase. I meant backbone. Tomorrow, right here, and wear your finest suit.
Damn it! Oh, why?
Virgil sure seemed mad, Tom.
Sure does. Wonder what got him all upset.
Maybe he's upset because he lives in a boring town.
A boring town?
Yeah, Paul, we need some action around here. Ooh, like a bank robbery, or a saloon brawl, or even a murder.
Sarah, you bite your tongue. Now, I work hard to keep this a law-abiding town. The last thing we need is a bank robbery or brawl. We definitely don't need a murder.
I ain't never seen a murder before.
Sarah, ain't gonna be no murders in this town. At least I hope not. My job to keep the peace, and I aim to do it.
Wish you weren't so darn good at your job, Paul. Ooh, can I help you if something does happen here in town?
Ooh, I don't know, things could get dangerous.
Please, Paul.
Now look, law enforcement's not something for a young, all right?
Please, Paul.
Oh, now don't you go crying on me, Sarah. Come on. Now look, things can get people be real bad in this town sometimes, and things can happen, and Mama. Oh, all right, we'll see.
I'll do that for you. I'll keep my eye out for any suspicious activity.
You do that.
You can't do this to me!
Of course I can. I own the place, and like I said, you're fired.
But you said you'd marry me!
I got a better and younger offer.
Oh, no.
Just where am I supposed to go?
This is a saloon, not a shelter for the homeless. Why don't you find one of those cowboys you've been hanging all over?
You pay me to hang all over them!
Not anymore, sweet pea.
Ugh. It's a good thing I can't get my hands around your fat neck, Albert! I squeeze until your head popped off! It's a good thing I can't get my hands around your fat neck, Albert! I squeeze until your head popped off!
Bye, darling.
Ugh.
Everything okay, Darlene?
No! That Noah Count Albert is gonna find himself dead someday, and I sure hope I'm the one to do it!
Whoa! Wait! Not be a crop, Paul!
No. Darlene's just upset. She's not gonna harm Albert.
Don't see why not. Albert's a bad man.
That's Mr. Webster to you.
Fine. Mr. Webster, a bad man.
Well, a lot of people agree with you, but just being a bad man is not against any laws.
Howdy, Sheriff.
Morning, Holly. I don't think I've ever seen you in town this early in the morning before.
No, I set off real early so I can find me a wife.
A wife?
Yeah, it's kind of lonely out on the farm, so I came to town to get a wife.
Oh, picking up a wife ain't like going to Mercantile to get a sack of potatoes.
That's what Mabel tells me. Say, do you know anybody who might be looking for a man?
A man?
Me. I'm a man.
Oh, I'm sorry, Harley. I don't know any ladies looking to get married, at least not that fast. Most ladies like a nice formal courting period before they'll talk marriage.
In your case, a year. Or two.
Be nice.
I ain't got time for that. I need to swap the hog today.
Woo, sure you haven't already been slopping the hog?
I might have a fighting chance you take that bath first.
Oh, yeah, my birthday isn't until next month.
Sure you didn't skip a month?
I think I'll be fun with it.
You do that. Bye, Harley.
Bye, Sheriff.
I don't think Harley's turned on his brain in years.
Yeah, seems this candle's gone out. Well, time to make my rounds.
Oh, come with your pa. You never know when a crime might happen.
Just try not to get underfoot.
Me underfoot, please. You won't even know if I'm there. I'll be quiet. Watch your big face, that hurt.
That'll be the day.
I'll be liable to leave your steps flying around town like that. Are you trying to pop up with Webster?
Sarah.
I have been your best friend since you were little, Kayla May. I think you owe me the courtesy of telling me what is bothering you.
Gladys, I just don't think you're going to like what I have to say.
Well, I don't have to like it, I just have to hear it.
can't believe that no good Mr. Webster's trying to take it out from underneath you. Someday that man will cross over and will put him 6 feet under.
Morning, Gladys. Caleb, man. I'm looking for the sheriff. Have you seen him?
No.
I'm looking for him.
Did you check the livery stable?
Yep.
Mr. Todd's office?
Yep.
Did you look for the sheriff in the sheriff's office?
Now, I never think of looking for the sheriff's office.
Check there.
I will. Thanks, Gladys. Caleb, man.
Bye, Milton.
So tell me, Caleb, if you got your land back, why are you so upset?
It's what I have to do to get our land back.
And what is that?
I have to marry Albert Webster.
Ah!
Gladys! Oh, are you okay?
Oh, I had the most terrible daydream. I thought I heard you say you were going to marry that despicable Mr. Webster.
Well, I am going to marry that despicable Mr. Webster.
Oh!
You really have to stop that, Gladys. Come on. I know you think I'm crazy, but I'm doing it for my mama.
You're going to marry Albert Webster?
Well, I have to, Gladys. I have no choice.
Look, Caleb, now you'll ruin your life if you marry that man.
Well, at least my mama will get to keep the land Grandpa worked so hard
But
for.
Mr. Webster is the meanest, cruelest,
Gladys,
awfulest,
Gladys, I get your point, but my mind is made up. Sometimes a woman has to do what's best for her family, and that is me, marrying Albert.
Well, what about you?
I'll be fine. It won't be so bad.
Bad. It'll be the worstest, unhealthiest, awfulest.
Gladys! I never should have gotten you that dictionary for your birthday. Please, won't you support me as a friend?
What I should do is poison that Mr. Webster. No one will give it a second thought if you're going to come up dead. What I should do is poison that Mr. Webster. No one will give it a second thought if you were to come up dead.
You know you can't do that.
What does your mama think about all this?
She's hopping, man. She tried to talk me out of it all night, but I have to do this.
I can see your mind is made up.
Have you seen the sheriff yet?
No.
Why, his plumb fell off the earth.
Why are you looking for the sheriff?
So I can see pigs fly.
Did he just say,
It's Milton. Don't try to understand him.
Gladys,
Yeah.
will you be my maid of honor?
Me? Well, of course I'm going to
Really?
that's
Oh, please, Gladys. I gotta get me a wedding dress.
Oh, maybe you should make that a black one.
Gladys!
No, not because you're not I mean because you're marrying a horrible man and your wedding's going to be more like a funeral. Not because you're not.
I promise you would never mention that.
I would never.
Well, I have a white dress. I suppose I've got some lace to it or something?
Well, the mercantile's all out of lace, but I might have some at home. You can go check.
Okay.
Ladies,
Sharon.
please.
All right, now that I'm done grabbing, what's next?
Well, now we just hang out and make sure everybody stays peaceful.
Sure, there you are. I've been looking all over for you.
Well, why are you looking for me?
Where I find you? Why else would I be looking for you?
Makes sense, I guess. What can I do for you, Milton?
Here, tell you need a deputy.
Well, that's true. You know someone interested in the job?
Dude, me.
I don't know, Milton. There's a lot of people interested in that deputy job.
Who?
Well, there's
Looks like there's nobody but me.
you know, being a deputy is a demanding job. You gotta be brave.
I can be brave.
Gotta be intelligent.
I can be brave.
I don't know, Milton. I still think it's a job for you.
Give me a chance, Sheriff. Show you what I can do.
Well, since nobody else wants the job,
What about me?
Milton, you got the job.
Dog, I'm a deputy. Do I get a badge?
I suppose there's one on my desk.
My daddy said that pigs would fly before I ever got me a job. I can't wait to tell him. Never seen pigs fly. Give that badge.
Oh, why'd you make Milton your deputy?
Well, everyone deserves a second chance.
What about me? I'm your own daughter. I think I deserve a second chance.
Mr. Webster? Mr. Webster! Come out here. Right this minute.
Well, hi, Mrs. Boss. What a pleasant surprise. And what can I do for you?
I would like to talk with you.
Oh, very well. Won't you come in?
I will not. I am a lady, and a lady does not enter a saloon. Now, I insist you come out here.
All right. Now, what can I do for you?
I want you to call off your wedding with my daughter, Caleb.
Now, why would I do that?
Because it's the decent thing to do. I knows why Kayla May agreed to marry you, and I won't stand for it.
She made that decision all on her own. She's a big girl.
But your price is too high. I demand you end it right now.
Thought you'd be happy to get your land back.
Not if my daughter has to marry an evil man.
Mrs. Blossom, you can't believe everything you hear. I'm not as bad as they say.
You weren't so nice when you came to my house last week, and you told me to pay up or get off my land.
That was business, Mrs. Blossom, merely business.
And bribing my daughter to marry you, was that just business?
Let's just say Kayla May and I came to an agreement, and I can assure you there was no bribe.
I don't believe you, Mr. Webster.
I don't care if you believe me or not. I will be marrying your daughter tomorrow, right here on Main Street, with or without your blessing.
You are an evil man, Mr. Webster. And if ever you come on my land again, I'll take a pitchfork and run it right through your heart.
Let's do it.
You are an evil man, Mr. Webster. And if ever you come on my land again, I'll take a pitchfork and run it right through your heart.
Then I'll make sure that me and my beautiful bride Kayla May never come for a visit. Good day, Mrs. Blossom.
Oh, I heard it myself right over here. Jason Blossom was telling Mr. Webster she's going to run a pitchfork through his heart. Something about bribing Kayla May.
Right in that very spot, Virgil said he's going to take his knife to Mr. Webster. And Mr. Webster has a lot of enemies in town. Sooner or later, somebody's going to do him in. Might as well be Virgil.
Well, he's going to have to beat Darlene to it. But she said that someday Albert was going to find himself dead. And she hoped she'd be the one to do it by strangling him. And then she took off down the street. Probably going to go get some gloves.
And then we ought to tell the sheriff? No, there's nothing he can do about it.
Not until Mr. Webster finds himself dead.
Well, then it'll be too late, and he'll have cold feet.
We just need to keep our ears and eyes open.
Sure. I've been looking over these here wanted posters. I think that's the criminals here in town.
Milton.
Look at this drawing. This looks just like Mrs. Crosby.
Mrs. Crosby. Milton, Mrs. Crosby doesn't have a beard or a mustache.
But if you imagine it without the mustache and the beard, it looks just like her.
Milton, that's not Mrs. Crosby.
I don't know, Pa. Mrs. Crosby could use a shave.
How about this one? If you hold it out and swing, it looks just
Milton,
like...
put those Warner posters back on my desk. We don't have any outlaws here in Pine Grove.
But, sir...
Milton, first thing a deputy must learn is to take orders. Now put those posters on my desk.
Oh, all right, sir.
Shouldn't they need deputy, Pa? I always do as he said.
Seriously?
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? I would like to inform you that I will be marrying Kayla May Blossom. The wedding will take place tomorrow, right here on Main Street, in front of the saloon, and I would like to invite everyone to that very special event. There'll be free beer and prizes. I will also be holding drawings for prizes for all who attend, so make sure you attend. You may win a prize. It will truly be a special day, not only for me and my beautiful bride, Kayla May, but for some of you. I look forward to seeing you all.
Great. Screwing ruffians in town. No good's gonna come of this.
All right, finally some action around here. I just think it's very proper to entice people to come to a wedding by offering them prize.
I agree.
That's right.
You ain't gonna go to the wedding? Of course I am.
Me too.
Ah, might give me a prize.
Pine Grove?
I think he means is this Pine Grove? Yes, it's Pine Grove.
Where's Albert Webster?
Oh, Mr. Webster's in the saloon over there.
Come for the wedding?
No, this is Albert Webster.
Seems like there's a lot of people interested in Mr. Webster. Seems that way.
Come on, let's go back to Beverly's and
How did you find me? Well, that doesn't matter.
Where's my money?
Your money, it's safe.
Where?
Well, when I say it's safe, I don't mean I have it.
What?
I invested it.
I want my money now.
I can't get your money now. It's all tied up in loans.
Now.
Now. All right. Well, I guess I could cancel my wedding and foreclose on the Blossom Farm. Would this be enough?
More.
More? More. All right. I could foreclose on Virgil Buckley's place. That should be more than enough, don't you think?
Fine.
All right. Look, when this is over, we're done. I don't want you coming around me anymore.
All I want is my money.
All right, I'll get your money. It'll take me a day or two to arrange it.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow? Tomorrow. Fine, fine. But listen, don't hang around the town. The sheriff might get suspicious and start asking questions.
Don't run out on me.
I won't run out.
Well, seems that murder isn't the only thing that follows dark and stormy nights. Sounds like a wedding is too. But this one's gonna have prizes.
Really? Here we go again. You know what? I think you need a hug.
Anytime, dear.
Well, not for me. I'll send Bon Bon over there later. That way she can cheer you up. In the meantime, the small town of Pine Grove was ready for a beautiful wedding on that perfect morning.
Where'd that shot come from?
The saloon!
Everyone stay where you are. Deputy Milton, don't let anyone leave.
You heard what the sheriff said. Nobody leaves.
Has anyone seen Bon Bon? I told you you could give her a hug, not leave her. What? She needs to do her business while we do our business here. Give her up. Give her up.
Okay.
Okay, baby. There you go. Go on.
Steals the show every night. Okay, so how was intermission?
So, shall we continue?
I think we shall. Let's go!
Where'd that shot come from? Everyone stay where you are. Deputy Milton, don't let anyone leave.
Oh my goodness, why are those
You heard what the sheriff said. Nobody leaves.
Oh my word! This is terrible! Did anybody see Kayla May coming through here? She was wearing a wedding dress. Oh, I guess I'm not going to be the maid of honor anymore on account of Kayla May's groom. That's Mr. Webster. Kind of has cold feet. But what I mean to say is he's been murdered! Which does have a tendency to give one cold feet. Now, what did I come out here for? Oh yeah, did you see Kayla May come through here?
Gladys. You'll leave them that way. But don't go. The sheriff says everybody has to stay.
Oh, I do hope Kayla May's okay.
Everyone stay put.
Yep.
Except for Gertrude, we walked just right out of town.
Milton! You let Virgil
not supposed to?
I said don't let anyone leave. What part of don't let anyone leave did you not understand?
The Virgil part?
Get yourself to find him and bring him back here.
Yes, sir.
Sheriff, what happened? Mr. Webster get himself shot?
Mr. Webster's dead, all right.
What will kill him?
That's what I aim to find out. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm afraid I ask you fine folks stay where you are now leave town till this matter of murder is resolved.
How long do you reckon we're gonna have to stay here, Sheriff?
Don't rightly know. And now, since some of you folks from out of town, I reckon you don't know me.
Here's been killing.
Land sake, word travels faster than a cockroach when the lights come on.
So in the truck, my husband would get gunned down, knocked out, pulling out.
Now look, Sarah, I'm on official business and I don't eat youngins on the foot.
Well, you promise I get to help you solve the next crime and hold the bad guy.
Well, things could get dangerous, so I need to go on home to your mama. Sarah, don't you cry now. Oh, come on now, people, come on. You don't, it's dangerous thing out here.
You want me to run him a posse?
No.
You want me to get my hands on him?
No.
You want me to shut up?
No. Oh, yeah, you're right, guys. Now, I was just going to introduce myself.
I'm talking sure the mess of people here at the wedding.
Uh-huh.
Want me to frisk them?
All of them?
Yes, Pop. I was practicing.
No, I won't be necessary. Besides, they didn't just come for the wedding, they also came for some of them prizes I was going to give out.
Oh, where's the badge?
Huh?
Can't be a sheriff without a badge.
Shucks, I didn't have time to put it on this morning.
You better go get it. These people on the sheriff's property address.
You're right. Hold on, I'll be right back.
I'll keep an eye on things while you're gone.
Thank you.
All right, now listen up. My pa's a real good sheriff, but sometimes he needs a little bit of help. Maybe y'all can help. If you see any suspicious activity, I want you to raise your hands up nice and high so I can see them. Anyone? You there? You look like you're about to raise your hand.
Somebody had a bag under her coat and she ran out of the saloon.
Darlene had a bag under her coat? Suspicious. All right. You there?
Virgil ran off.
Virgil? Flange. All right. Virgil, hang him. All right. You there?
Brian took off running too.
I don't know. Whole town's gone crazy. It's like there's been a murder or something. All right. You there?
I saw Harley put his hand in his pocket.
All right. Feel something? Interesting. Wonder what that is. Right there. What power is that? You know, I hear she's been experimenting with makeup. Looking good, Gladys. I'm gonna take two more. You there?
Virgil was putting a document dated his property in his pocket.
Interesting. Thank you very much for that. Last one. Where were you there?
Where were you during?
Oh, I love that question. Lucas, and this letter is... Show it to me. This is the t-shirt. Thank you very much, doll.
Ma'am, as a member of the sheriff's office, that's some very classified information. I would give out right now.
Well, you were hungry for murder earlier.
I'm real happy right now. I got my eyes on you, ma'am. Thank y'all. Y'all been real helpful during this investigation. I will keep these facts in mind. And when we find the killer, y'all can join me and see justice being served.
All right. Now I'm properly dressed.
Look good, Pop.
Thank you. Now, as I was saying, my name is Sheriff Tickle. Why you gotta laugh every time I say my name?
Can't help it, Pop. Tickle's a funny last name.
It's embarrassing. Stop. Let me get on with my job.
Right, Pop.
Thank you.
Show her stuff.
Now, as I was saying, my name is Sheriff Tickle. Sarah!
Sorry, Pop.
Try and control yourself, please.
I'll try.
Thank you. Now, as I was saying, saying, my name is Sheriff Tickle. All right, fine, line it up. Murder investigation. Oh, that's funny. Y'all got audio systems out? Good. Now, as I was saying, my name is Sheriff. I'm sheriff of this town. Nobody leads to the killer's caught. It's behind bars.
Once we find the killer, then we're gonna have ourselves a hang!
That's for the judge to decide.
Can't we hang him before the judge gets here?
Sarah?
Oh, all right, Pa.
Sheriff, I know who killed Mr. Webster.
Really? Who?
It was Virgil, right here in the street. He said, I'm going to take my knife to you, Mr. Webster, and this is how I figured he'd done it.
Mr. Webster was in his room, just sitting there, minding his own business, when Virgil snuck up the stairs. No one even noticed him since it was so early in the morning. He quietly knocked at the door. Mr. Webster, unaware of what was waiting for him on the other side of the door, opened it. Virgil entered the room and pleaded with Mr. Webster not to marry Kayla May on account of he wanted to protect Kayla May from a life of misery. But Mr. Webster just laughed in his face. Ha, ha, ha. Virgil then got on his knees. Begging Mr. Webster to reconsider. But he just laughed again, a big belly laugh this time. Ha, ha, ha! Virgil, unable to control his anger, pulled out his knife. But Mr. Webster just laughed again, thinking that Virgil didn't have what it takes to kill a man. Ha, ha, ha! Virgil, now madder than a wolverine on a hot day, stabbed Mr. Webster dead.
Mr. Webster wasn't killed with a knife, Mrs. Tisdale.
I know that. Let me finish my story.
Like I said, was madder than a wolverine on a hot day. Tried to stab Mr. Webster to death, but Mr. Webster was able to quickly slip out of Virgil's way, so he missed by a hair. Virgil then took a gun from Mr. Webster's desk and shot Mr. Webster dead. Bang! Then Virgil ran out.
Gun down Mr. Webster?
No, not exactly.
Did you see him go up to Mr. Webster's room?
Well, not exactly.
What exactly did you see? Now, how it all went down, Mrs. Tisdale?
I don't need to see it to know it, Sheriff. I'm telling you, Virgil sliced up Mr. Webster.
Good enough for me. I'm getting the hang of it.
Sarah!
It happened just like I said. It's as plain as the nose on my face.
Don't say that too loud, Mrs. Tisdale. You might just lose that nose. Now, look. He's blowing off some steam. I need some proof or accuse a man of murder.
Well, here comes the murderer now. Why don't you ask him?
But I keep telling you, I didn't do anything.
The sheriff told me to haul you in, and that's what I'm doing.
Virgil, now so you can rejoin us. Now, I want you to sit here with the others till I have time to question you. Is that clear?
How did you question me?
Excuse ass, Virgil.
Okay, Sheriff.
Now, Milton, can you keep everyone here?
Why, of course, Sheriff. You don't have to tell me twice.
I've already told you twice. Now look, I gotta go check this Webster's room again before I talk to the wedding party.
You want me to get my horse whipped and make them tough?
Won't be necessary, Sarah.
Well, if you didn't do it, Darlene, then who did?
I don't know, Virgil.
I saw you in the saloon this morning when the sheriff hears that you were the last person to see Albert alive and that you were his girlfriend before he decided to marry Kayla May. He'll be hauling you off to jail for sure.
I only went up to Albert's room this morning to talk some sense into him. He would never be happy with that country girl. He needs a real woman, like me.
Well, what did he say when you saw him?
I never saw him. He wouldn't answer the door.
And where were you when the shot was heard?
It's none of your business.
Oh, the sheriff will want to know.
He won't even know to ask.
Uh-huh.
Unless you wouldn't.
Why wouldn't I? After all, I was Mr. Webster's best man.
Give me that. You know that Albert only asked you to be his best man because he knew you were like a father to Kayla May. It's his way of rubbing your nose in it. I heard you were pretty upset.
Well, yes, I was. But not enough to kill him.
Just why would you agree to be his best man after what happened?
Well, I owed him some money, and he said he'd forgive this month's payment if I'd be his best man. He was going to take my land if I didn't. I had to agree.
Looks like you had as much reason to pass on Albert as anyone. The sheriff will have you behind bars when he hears about that.
He might just see you in bars first.
Well, I'm not waiting around for him to pin a murder on me. I'm going to get out of here.
Tiffany Milton won't let anybody leave.
We'll see about that. Hi, Deputy Milton. Nice day.
Yes, nice day, except for Mr. Webster.
Yes, what a dreadful thing to happen on his wedding day. My, Milton, you sure do have big muscles.
Muscles?
I can see why the sheriff chose you to be his deputy. So big and strong. You don't mind if I go and powder my nose now, do you?
The sheriff told me to keep everyone here.
Surely he didn't mean little on me. I won't be gone long.
You'll come right back?
Of course. I want to be as near to you as I can.
I reckon it'd be okay if you come right back.
Faster than you can blow a kiss.
Where are you leaving now, Sheriff?
No, not till I identify the killer.
Sheriff, how long do you think we have to stay here? I have work to do.
You hard of hearing, Grandma? My mom told you to stay, so you will stay. You want me to throw her in jail to keep her mouth from running off?
Won't be necessary, Sarah.
Sheriff, I just want you to know that Darlene left.
Oh, Milton,
Yeah, sir?
you let Darlene leave?
You said she'd just be in powder her nose.
So?
She blew my ear.
What if I blow your ear off? Don't go get it back here.
Yes, sir. But what if she's in the, you know,
what?
powder room?
Knock on the door.
Right. Knock on the door. Got it.
Hey. Knock before you open the door. All right. So with the window locked on the inside, that means the killer had to leave that room without anyone hearing.
Pretty hard to do with that door. You hear how much noise made when we went in? Squeaks like it hasn't been oiled in a month of Sundays.
Oh!
You hear how much noise made when we went in? Squeaks like it hasn't been oiled in a month of Sundays.
Does make a heck of a racket.
Maybe the killer left the room another way.
Another way?
Yeah, Pa, you know how everyone's always saying Albert has those secret passageways?
That's just rumors. Did you see another way out of that room?
Wouldn't be a secret if you could see it.
Sheriff, I'm used to telling you something.
Can you wait till I clear up the shooting?
It's about that, Sheriff. I know who's done it.
Oh, and who would that be?
Darlene.
A lady killed Mr. Webster?
Darlene is no lady. She's a saloon girl. And I heard her threaten Mr. Webster when he threw her out.
You talking about Darlene's words out here in the street yesterday?
Yes, and you heard them too. And Darlene said, and I quote, if I could get my hands around your fat neck, Albert, I'd squeeze until your head popped.
You want me to go around with Darlene?
Now, hold on, Sarah. Now, did you see Darlene go up to Mr. Webster's room, Miss Tall?
No, but she's usually in the saloon, and I'm a lady. I would never go in there.
Or did you see her even enter the saloon?
No, but I know she done it just like I know the Roosters gonna crow in the morning. And here's how I reckon she did it.
All right, let's go there.
Webster was just sitting in his room, probably counting all his money. It most likely was difficult since he has so much, but since he's used to that, he managed. Then Darlene tiptoed up the stairs and rapped on his door. Mr. Webster quickly hid all his money, not wanting anyone to see how much he had. Then he opened the door to find Darlene. At first, Darlene was overly nice to Mr. Webster, if you know what I mean. She ran her fingers through his hair, and got through close, and... Oh, then she put her hands around Mr. Webster's neck, catching him off guard. She formed a tight circle around Mr. Webster's throat and squeezed like he was squeezing lemons to make lemonade until Mr. Webster went limp.
Mr. Webster wasn't strangled, Mrs. Hall.
But wait, there's more.
As I said, Darlene formed a tight grip around Mr. Webster's throat and squeezed like she was squeezing lemons to make lemonade. But Mr. Webster managed to break free at the last minute and catch his breath. Then Darlene had no choice but to shoot him dead. Bang! Then she escaped down the stairs. She came to the wedding today to throw off any suspicion towards her. She's a cold one, she is.
Mrs. Hall, not what you reckon she done.
You don't need to feel the rain to know that's rain.
Get your hands off of me, Milton, or I'll box your ears.
I'll be better than having them shot off. I brought Darlene back, Sheriff.
Fine. Darlene, you sit with the others to get to you soon.
Why, I didn't do anything.
Just get on over there. Milton.
Yeah, Sheriff?
Now, can you keep everyone here?
I will do my best.
The best hasn't been very good. Now look, let's go check that room with some of them secret passageways.
You want me to bring my magnifying glass to help us look?
Won't be necessary, Sarah.
Caleb! Is the wedding over?
Weasel.
Oh, my poor Caleb. I wasn't going to come to the wedding, but then I thought, she's my only daughter. I told her not to marry Mr. Webster. Let him have the farm. But my little girl was thinking about her mama.
Hazel, Mr. Webster has cold feet.
Cold feet? You mean he's falling off the wedding?
Well, that's fine with me. Didn't feel much like a wedding anyhow. Felt more like a funeral. Well, anyhow, frankly, I'm glad he's called off the wedding. But does mess up my plans, though.
Hazel, we are going to tell you that Mr. Webster has been killed.
Killed?
Yes.
Well, serves him right. He wasn't a very nice man, you know. Well, I guess I came dressed appropriately.
Oh, but my poor Caleb, she spent last night here in town. Ooh.
Where is she? Well, man, where in that was? I've got to go find my little girl. Caleb! Caleb!
Sorry, Hazel. You have to wait until the sheriff lets everyone go.
Milton, I've got to find Caleb. Now you get out of my way.
Sorry, Hazel.
Milton, you ever seen a mama grizzly bear protecting her cubs?
Oh, yes, I have, Hazel. Mama grizzlies are the fiercest creatures I've ever seen. Why, one chased me up a tree and kept me there for the whole day. I'd eat honeycombs for breakfast. What's that got to do with it?
I'm a mama grizzly. Gonna protect my cub. Now I've got to find my Caleb. Get out of my way.
Sheriff's gonna fire me for sure.
Was that Hazel leaving?
You're gonna turn me apart like a mama grizzly.
What do you think I'm gonna do to you? Ask you to do one simple thing.
Maybe that's one too many things for him, huh?
You go get her back here.
Yes, sir. I hope she doesn't tear my head off.
Well, there ain't no secret passageway up there. That means the killer had to leave without using that noisy door.
Unless no one was in the room when he was killed.
What do you mean? You saying Albert killed himself?
Oh, no, because my gun was all the way over on the desk.
Well, Sheriff, I wasn't gonna say anything that I would like to put my nose in other folks' business.
Really?
Well, you know, Mr. Webster on to the next life.
And I'm sure you're going to tell me.
It's my duty.
And who sent Albert onward?
Hazel,
Hazel, Caleb May's mama.
I overheard her and Mr. Webster yesterday. She was telling him she was gonna run a pitchfork right through his heart.
Now, Mrs. Pickens.
This is how she carried it out.
All right.
This morning, after Hazel finished milking the cows, feeding the chickens, slapping the hogs, chores on the farm are endless, you know. Anyway, she had the pitchfork in her hand and remembered what she said yesterday. She decided she had to do it. So early this morning, before people walked the streets, she slipped into town. As quietly as a mouse tiptoeing past a sleeping cat, she ascended the stairs to Mr. Webster's room and tapped lightly on the door. Hazel entered with pitchfork in hand. She told Mr. Webster she wanted him to call off the wedding. Mr. Webster just chuckled. Hazel, being like a mama bear protecting her cub, lunged at Mr. Webster with her pitchfork, running him through.
Caroline, Mr. Webster wasn't killed with a pitchfork.
Of course not, as I was saying.
Hazel lunged at Mr. Webster with her pitchfork to run through him. Mr. Webster was able to slip out of the way in the nick of time, which made the rage of Mama Bear come out in Hazel even more. She grabbed the gun off the desk and shot Mr. Webster. Bang! Giving him cold feet.
Really can't blame her for doing Mr. Webster with, don't you think?
Thank you for that insight, Mrs. Pickens.
Well, she wore even a black dress, like she was going to a funeral.
I'll keep that in mind when I speak with the wedding party.
The sheriff told me to bring it back.
Bill, you want to see my mama grizzly anger?
Mama Kazinger doesn't serve as much as the sheriff's anger now. Stay with the group, Hazel. Rod Hazel back, Sheriff.
Good. Now maybe I'll leave Sarah here with you, make sure everything stays put.
Oh, I love babysitting, Bill.
Give me another chance, Sheriff. I knows I can do it good now.
All right, I'll give you another chance.
Thanks, Sheriff. I won't disappoint you.
Too late for that, Milton.
Hey, Pop, did you see the bullet hole in the door to Mr. Albert's bedroom?
Sarah, that's a saloon. There's more bullet holes there than fleas on your dog.
Yeah, but someone could have shot him through the door.
Yeah, heck of a shot. Shoot a man clear across the room through a door. But you know what? Let's check out your theory. Look at the bullet hole in the door. Lance.
What's the matter?
Harley, I'm worried about Kayla May. I've never been so nervous, upset, anxious, concerned, troubled, alarmed. Oh, sorry. I left Kayla May in the room down the hall before the shooting, and I haven't seen her since. She was acting mighty nervous, but so would I be if I had to marry that Mr. Webster. These fine folks here said she ran up the road, but she hasn't come back yet. I'm getting kind of afraid, fearful, disturbed,
Gladys,
threatened.
I'm worried too.
I gotta go find her.
But what about Milton?
I'll take care of Milton. I gotta find Kayla May and see if she's all right.
Sorry, Gladys, you can't leave.
Get out of my way, Milton. I gotta find Kayla May.
The sheriff told me to keep everyone here.
Milton, get out of my way, or with one swift kick, your rooster days will be over.
not kill Mr. Webster.
Nope, went right through the door and into Mr. Webster's bedpost. Didn't happen too long ago, though, by the looks of it. Didn't happen too long ago, though, by the looks of it.
Nope. Good to remember that when we speak with the wedding party.
You don't believe Miss Della, Miss Caroline, or Miss Beverly's stories, do you, Pop?
Of course not, there ain't no proof.
I want to see it hang!
Sarah, we can't just hang someone because we think they're guilty.
Don't see why not.
Because this is a law-abiding town.
Well, I would have to live in the wrong place.
Sheriff, I need to report some suspicious activity.
Suspicious activity.
She came running out of that saloon right after the shot, and she looked very suspicious. She might have even done it.
Who are you talking about?
Gladys.
Gladys? You thought Gladys shot Albert?
Well, since she hightailed out of here right now.
She left?
Faster than a fox raiding a chicken house.
Did she? Well, don't you worry, Mabel. We'll bring her back. Belton!
Yes, sir?
You let Gladys leave?
Gladys.
Yeah, Gladys.
Well, she threatened me.
Threatened you?
She threatened to kick the rooster out of me.
You got to be strong, Deputy Milton.
It ain't so easy, Sheriff. I've been threatened to be kicked, torn apart, and had someone blow my ear. Kind of tough.
When all this is over, you and me gonna have a long talk. Now go get Gladys back here.
Yes, Sheriff. I just hope I can crow in the morning.
I wonder why Gladys left.
Oh, you want me to get my dog and track her down?
No, it won't be necessary. Besides, the only thing that dog here can find is a food dish. Now, Gladys can't be far. You know what? I think we need to take a closer look at the body.
What do you think, Pop?
Not sure, but I think Mr. Webster still has something he can tell us.
A dead man's gonna talk?
Not exactly, but come on, let's go take a closer look at that body.
Excuse me. I hope you ladies don't mind, but seeing as how the town's set up for a wedding, I need some advice.
Oh, advice? My friends and I are willing to give you some advice. We have been known to give good advice occasionally.
Well, I needs me a wife. Now that Mr. Webster's, well, has cold feet, I was hoping that one of you fine ladies would see fit to marry me.
Marry you?
Oh, no, I know I don't have as much money as Mr. Webster had, but how do you get a fine lady like one of you to notice a plain guy like me?
How about flowers?
Flowers? You really think flowers would work?
Fine ladies always like flowers. I know I do.
I saw some daisies just outside of town. Maybe there'll be a wedding after all, lads. Yep.
Harley?
Milton, you're not planning to have any children, are you?
The sheriff said to keep you here, so you have to stay here.
But I have to find some flowers.
Can't go either, Harley. Sheriff's orders.
Milton, I need to find me some flowers so that one of these fine ladies will marry me.
You can't go, Harley.
Is that the sheriff?
Where? Rats! Sheriff's gonna have my hide.
What's the body tell you, Pop?
A lot, Sarah.
Like what?
That body's as cold as a frosty morning. That body's as cold as a frosty morning.
Yes, so what does that mean?
You'll see. So who left this time?
Oh, Sheriff, how'd you know Harley left?
Harley left?
It's not my fault. You tricked me.
The real trick is getting you to do your job. If you know, what am I going to do with you?
Sheriff, I didn't know how hard this job was going to be.
Look, when all this is over, I'm going to find you another job. Just go down back here.
Yes, Sheriff. I feel like a yo-yo. Found him.
Oh, Harley, can we talk to you?
Certainly, Sheriff.
Oh, what are the flowers for?
Well, see, I need to be a wife. And I figured one of these fine ladies would.
You hate Miss Webster, I'll kill him.
Well, yeah, I reckon so.
I'll hang her up.
Oh, no, just because he's dead doesn't mean I killed him. I came to see if we could make it a joint ceremony. Figuring I would find me a wife, but I took me a bath.
You took a bath? Take another one. Make that two.
It does seem that way. Now, Holly, did you hear the door to Mr. Webster's room open after the shot?
Door?
Yeah, squeaks loud enough to wake the dead. Well, obviously not that loud.
Nope, I didn't hear no door open.
You see anything else in the hall?
Just Virgil. He was coming down the hall from Mr. Webster's office.
What was doing in Mr. Webster's office?
Well, if you'll excuse me, I have to go take a bath again.
Holly, I need you to stay here.
But Sheriff,
Holly, it's not going to happen right now. I need you to stay here.
Okay, Sheriff.
Thank you.
Are we going to question Virgil?
Yep, what you want to do next?
I'll get him.
Virgil! Oh, I could have shouted that, Sarah.
Yeah, but that's what you're me for.
Now, Holly says that he saw you coming down the hall from Mr. Webster's office after the shot.
Well, that's right, Sheriff. After all, I was the best man.
In his office?
Oh, well, I wasn't in his office.
Then where were you when the shot rang out?
Where was I when the shot rang out?
There seems to be an echo out here, Paul.
I was checking on the wedding cake in the room next to Mr. Webster's office.
Checking on the cake?
Yes, checking on the wedding cake.
See anyone else in the hall?
Yeah, I saw Harley in the hall.
That's what Harley said.
Nothing saying they didn't do it together.
Now, were you in the saloon early this morning?
Yep.
See Mr. Webster?
Nope.
See anyone go up to Mr. Webster's room?
Ooh, see anybody go up to Mr. Webster's room?
There's that echo again, Paul.
Now, Virgil, you better be telling me the truth.
I saw Darlene go up to Mr. Webster's room.
Want me to get Darlene?
Yeah.
Die! Guess I'll walk over and get her in.
That'd be right nice.
Sheriff, Darlene's a little mad at you right now, so don't you believe everything she tells you about me.
What do you mean?
Well, she might tell you that Mr. Webster and I didn't get along, but we were friends, good friends. Oh, she's also upset because she wasn't invited to the wedding.
You and Mr. Webster friends?
Of course! That's why I was the best man!
Didn't seem that way yesterday. You were awful upset with him out here in the street.
Oh, Sheriff, that was nothing!
Of course not. You go sit with the others.
Thanks, Sheriff.
You wanted to see me, Sheriff?
Yeah, Darlene, I just want to know why you attended the wedding of a man who dropped you.
Like a hot potato.
Sarah?
Well, it did, Paul.
I don't like what you're implying, Sheriff.
Well, I'm not implying anything. I just want to know why you go to the wedding of an ex-boyfriend when you weren't invited.
I'm sure the lack of invitation was a mere oversight.
Darlene, answer the question. Why were you attending the wedding of a man who made the statement of yesterday, and I quote, "It's a good thing I can't fit my fingers around your fat neck, or it squeezed till your head popped off."
I never said that.
I heard it myself. Now look, I can understand you were upset when he dropped you.
Like a hot potato.
Sarah, you hush up and let me do my job.
Sorry, Mom. I was upset with Albert.
A potato.
But I didn't kill him. I'm sure he would have come to his senses and married me and not that country bumpkin. I just wanted to be within earshot when he did.
Speaking of earshot, where were you when the shot was through?
Sarah, I'm doing the questioning here. I was going to get there. No, where were you when the shot was heard?
Where was I when the shot was heard?
You heard that, Paul?
I was checking on the wedding cake.
Checking on the cake.
Yeah, the wedding cake.
Anyone see you?
No.
Hear the door to Mr. Webster's room open after the shot?
How could I? I was downstairs checking on the wedding cake.
Now, I have it on authority that someone saw you go up to Mr. Webster's room this morning.
Who told you that?
Don't matter, did you?
Yes. Ooh, that Virgil was going to get it.
Now, what did you say to Mr. Webster when you saw him?
Nothing. He wouldn't answer the door.
You sure about that?
Yeah, I'm sure. And maybe you better ask Virgil about how he owed Albert a lot of money. And he was really upset that Albert was forcing Kayla May to marry him.
That's so.
That is so.
All right, you can have a seat, darling.
Seems funny she didn't see Virgil checking on the cake.
Yeah, somebody's lying, all right.
Bet no tell the truth if I get me a hot branding iron tonight.
That won't be necessary, Sarah. But I do think we need to check on that wedding cake. Seems awful important to too many people around here.
Oh, good idea. I am hungry.
We're not going to be eating it, Sarah.
Why not? There's not going to be a wedding anyway.
Because it's evidence. Hey, you know what? Let's check out his office while we're up there.
Why?
We're trying to put all these facts together and solve this crime. Now, come on.
sneak on a guy like that?
Well, I wasn't sneaking. What you hiding there anyway?
I ain't hiding nothing. Now you just mind your own business, glad ass.
Look, don't have to be so rude. Virgil!
What?
Why did you tell the sheriff I went up to Albert's room this morning?
I didn't.
Yes, you did. He told me so. So I told him you owed Albert a lot of money, and you were really upset because Albert was forcing Caleb in to marry him.
Oh, you didn't.
I did.
Little backbiting rattlesnake.
You wiggly weasel, I'll never talk to you again.
That's just fine with me.
Fine with me, too.
Fine.
Fine. I'm not waiting any longer.
Sorry, Hazel, you're the sheriff. You have to stay here.
Helen, you get out of my way.
You can't do that with the sheriff. It's tear me apart.
Hazel wouldn't tarnation you in Milton.
He wouldn't let me go.
No.
Sheriff, arrest Hazel for assault of a law officer.
Arrest me?
Milton, don't you fret. Hazel wouldn't hurt you. Now, Hazel, go sit with the others. Caleb may return soon.
I'm pain in the neck.
You're a pain in my neck. Well, somebody was going through Mr. Webster's desk, all right.
Yep, like quite a mess.
You see the wrapping paper on the floor in the room where the gifts are? Did you see the wrapping paper on the floor in the room where the gifts are?
Oh, wow, Paul, you notice everything.
You gotta have a sharp eye. You're gonna be a good law officer, Sarah.
Sheriff, I gotta find Caleb May.
Aye, we will. Milton, go find Caleb May. You better find the people and keep them here.
That's because I got a nose like a bloodhound.
Smells like one, too.
Now, Hazel, you weren't too keen on Caleb May marrying Mr. Webster, were you?
Ain't no secret, I hated the idea. Right the heck, Sheriff. Fun. I told her definitely. The farm wasn't worth it, but I did what I had to do.
You sure you don't want me to get behind the rope?
I'm sure, Sarah. Now, what did you do, Hazel?
I let Caleb A have her way.
Are you sure you didn't come to town this morning and stop the wind by shooting the groom?
Of course not. I was planning on giving Mr. Webster cold feet after they got married. That way, Caleb A would get all the money.
Sure is. One more question. Where were you when the shot was heard?
I wasn't in town. I arrived late.
You were late to your own daughter's wedding.
I wasn't planning on coming at first.
You sure you didn't come to town early and pay Albert a visit?
No.
All right. You have a seat. We'll let everybody go soon.
You know who's done it yet, Paul?
Not yet.
Sheriff, you have to let Hazel and I go find Caleb May. She may need us.
Milton's looking for her. But first, I want to talk to you.
What do you want to talk to me about?
Just want to solve this crime, Gladys.
You don't think I killed Mr. Webster, do you?
I didn't say you did. Just want to ask you some questions. Now, where were you when the shot was heard?
I don't think I want to answer that, Sheriff.
Woman, twist her arm and make her talk, Paul.
That won't be necessary, Sarah.
If you must know, I was checking on the wedding cake. See anyone? No, I was alone. When I heard the shot, I ran to Caleb May's room to see if she was all right, but she wasn't there.
Caleb May wasn't in the room?
No.
Where'd she go?
I reckon she was upset having Mr. Webster turn up dead on her wedding day and ran out.
Interesting.
What's interesting?
Thanks, Gladys.
I'll Caleb May, Sheriff.
Oh, good job, Deputy.
Mama! I'm so sorry, Mama.
Oh, there. Everything's going to be okay.
But what am I going to do? I won't be able to get the farm back for you now. Mr. Webster told me that he'd give you back the farm if I'd marry him. Do you think you can marry a dead man and still get his money?
I don't think you can do that, Caleb May. When you're dead, it's kind of hard to say I do.
I reckon so.
Caleb, I don't worry about the farm. Just about you, sweetheart.
Caleb May, I'm sorry about your wedding.
Thanks, Sheriff. It's been a hard day seeing my fiance dead. Having my dream of getting back the farm fade away. It's been hard.
Caleb May, come sit down.
This is a tough case, Pop. How are you going to figure out who the killer is?
Some of these stories just don't add up.
Seems to be a lot of fibbing going on.
You know, somebody's spinning tales, but only one of them people had their finger in the wedding cake. The rest of them lied. The rest of them spinning tales.
Yeah. Ooh, I think we should line all the suspects up and have the wedding guests help question them.
Darlene, check on some evidence.
Whatever.
The wedding cake.
With the finger sandwiches.
Come on, everybody, let's examine the food.
Pa, I don't think the suspects should be able to manipulate the evidence.
Correct. You round them up.
All right. Harley, Virgil, Hazel, Gladys, and Darlene. Line up. Come on, back. Go. Now I want y'all to stay out here and think about what you've done. Or didn't do.
So, what do y'all have to say for yourself?
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is the time where you guys can ask questions of some of the suspects. Okay, like earlier, raise your hand, no shouting yet. We only have time for one question per person. So let's start with Darlene. Anybody got a question for Darlene? You, ma'am. What is in your bag?
Some personal items like my fan, my comb, my mirror, my perfume, my liquid courage.
All right, moving on. So anybody have a question for Hazel? Okay.
Why were you late to your own daughter's wedding? Because I was feeding the chickens and I was slapping the hogs and stuff like that, but I really wasn't thinking about coming at first. It was an afterthought.
All right, moving on to the next person. Okay, what about Gladys? I saw your hand, sir.
Well, this must be makeup. I've been trying out some new stuff. I know what they're gonna say, that nobody wears makeup except for those kind of girls.
Oh boy, all right, moving on.
Very lightly.
What about Harley? Anybody? Nobody? Okay, you?
What did you put in your pocket?
What did you put in your pocket?
That was a quarter. I can't see if Mr. Webster and I can do a wedding together because I can't rightly afford one. Are you married? Can you afford a wedding? You want your leg up like Darlene did. That was important.
All right. For that question, you're a winner! 2 gift certificates to the Radisson Resort at the port.
All right, we got time for one more for Virgil. All right, I saw your hand pop up first.
So, which room was the wedding cake in?
Which room was the wedding cake in?
It was in a room downstairs. Now, you gotta remember, the rooms upstairs belonged to Mr. Webster. That was his sleeping room. But downstairs were his offices, and there was a room right next to his office where they kept the wedding cake.
All right. Very nice. Okay. That's all the time we have for questions. You guys are dismissed.
Okay, get out of here!
Want me to get the hanging rope ready, Pa?
Not just yet, Sarah. Now, seems an awful lot of you say you were checking in on that wedding cake right before the murder. Darlene, you say you were checking in on that cake? And if that's true, why don't you see Virgil?
Virgil? I was checking on the wedding cake. He wasn't there. He's lying.
I knew it was Virgil!
I'm not lying. I was checking on the wedding cake.
Well, if that's true, why didn't you see Gladys? She says she was checking in on the cake.
And Gladys, well, she's lying. I did check on the wedding cake.
I knew it was Gladys all the time!
I was checking on the wedding cake and I didn't see you, Virgil.
Now, somebody's lying.
I think I have the answer, Pa. Yep, frosting. She had her finger in the cake.
Well, I do love cake.
Wow, Sarah, you're a regular Sherlock Holmes!
Delicious. Well, it seems Gladys is telling the truth. Well, that means Darlene and Virgil have something to hide.
Want to give me 2 hanging ropes?
Not just yet, Sarah. Now, Darlene, you might have checked your bag.
I
do mine. Here, Pa.
And what are these?
Well, just some salt and pepper shakers I brought with me.
Who brings salt and pepper shakers to a wedding? Those look just like the salt and pepper shakers I got as a gift.
That explains why the raffle table is on the floor in the room where the gifts were. Looks like Darlene has been helping herself to some of the gifts.
That's not true.
That's easy enough to find out. Milton!
Yes, sir?
You go up to the room where the gifts are and see if you can find Gladys' present.
Okay, I took the shakers. That's where I was when I heard the shot. I figured I deserved something since Albert wasn't marrying me.
That's good work, Debbie. Keep her here, and I mean it. Now, Virgil, you also got some explaining to do. Looks like someone's going through Mr. Webster's desk. I wonder what they're looking for. Those papers in your pocket.
Oh, these are nothing.
Here's her. Thank you, Bill. These look like loan papers. Seems you owed a tiny sum of money to Mr. Webster. Not just yet. Doesn't mean he shot Mr. Webster.
I did not kill Mr. Webster.
Then where were you when the shot rang out?
Oh, all right, Sheriff. I was looking for the loan papers in Mr. Webster's office. I knew that he kept them there. But why would I kill him? Once I had the papers, I was going to destroy them. Then he couldn't prove that I owed him any money. I had no reason to kill Mr. Webster.
He's right. Now, Holly, you also say you're in the saloon early this morning?
Well, yes, but I just wanted to have a joint. The wedding. I've been trying to pay for a fancy one with cake and all myself. It's like now I'll have to. Seems I'm worse off with Mr. Webster dead.
Sheriff, not to be indelicate, but seeing how much Harley owes to Mercantile, I'm going to have to agree. He can't afford that, have a wedding on his own. His story seems true to me.
Damn, I'm never going to get to see it. Hey. Well, it's Holly, Virgil, and Darlene that do it. And Hazel was going to give Mr. Webster cold feet after the wedding. And Gladys was checking on the cake.
Then who did it?
Only leaves one person. Kayla May.
Me? Why would I kill my soon-to-be husband?
Well, it's no secret why I married Albert.
Well, yes, but I volunteered to marry him to save our farm. So why would I kill him? Explain that one, huh?
Yeah, I don't get it.
Well, the one thing we all overlooked is the groom has cold feet. That means he was killed at least hours ago. Takes a while for a body to get that cold. Now imagine last night when the saloon loud. No one heard the shot of the gun or the door open as the person left the room. Now earlier Kayla May said that her dreams faded when she saw her fiancé dead. But we all know that door never opened this morning. That's because Mr. Webster already dead. I think Kayla May killed him last night. This morning, I think she took the gun, shot a bullet through the door, draw everybody to the room so the death could be discovered. And that's why we never heard the sound of the door, because it never opened this morning.
He said he changed his mind. That he wasn't going to marry me. That he was going to take the farm from Mom and me after all. The gun was on his desk. I only grabbed it to scare him, to make him change his mind. But then he tried to grab it from me, and it went off, and I didn't mean to kill him.
Oh, Kayla May.
Mama, I'm so sorry. Sheriff, I'm turning myself in. I looked up. I couldn't see myself in Sarah.
All day's work, sir.
You want to haul them on in, Deputy Milton?
It will be my pleasure. On your feet, Mr. Bank Robber.
I did not see that one coming. Well, I'll say, folks, you can go on home. But, except for you, Darlene Virgil. What? Now, you dingling say you robbed Mr. Webster. That's a crime. We can't just let that go.
You want me to haul him in, Pa?
Yes, Sarah, you haul them on in.
It would be my pleasure. Come on, dirtbag.
You said you run, Sarah.
Oh, come on.
Oh, it's dark.
That's my little girl.
Now.
Well, it's a shame there ain't gonna be a wedding today.
Yeah, shameless, good wedding can't go to waste.
I do love cake.
Yeah, I've been looking for me a wife, but I think maybe you and I.
Well, yeah, I do.
Well, I do too.
Thank you.